Okay, yes, Everlove TV is right here to meet Honorable Richard Sefe, the MP for Anglo constituency. There is some devastating tidal wave at Fuveme and Tegbe as usual. So he came over to just witness what exactly is happening. And I have with me the Honorable. I want to explain to some of the things, the stories the people have with him, and what are the way forward for Anglo and then Fuveme as well. Honorable, we welcome to Everlove TV.
Thank you very much. If you look at the history concerning this sea or tidal waves, before some of us were even born, you realize that those times they say the sea was far from the mainland, over 2-3 kilometers. It started with Keta, but when the Keta issue has been resolved in a way, and we also heard that because of the sea defense that was done at that side, so the eastern corridor side of the seaward side of this place, that is from Pokpokbo towards Aflau, has been exposed. So you can see the level of destruction that the sea is causing. Actually, we had a town or a village at the western side of Anglo called Pokpokbo. And as we talk now, there is nothing. Even if you go there, you cannot get a straw of a branch. That will show that some people were once here. Okay. It's very pathetic. Those times, about 3-4 years ago, we were thinking Fuveme is secured. And even if West come to West, Fuveme will be protected, because government will have sympathy on the people and come over. Unfortunately, the economy is not allowing the government to come and help. So what do we do? Surprisingly, you go there now, you go to Fuveme. In fact, it's just too bad. And people toil throughout their lives to acquire a few properties there, and they have to be shifting here and there, which I don't think will help. That is good we approach them and ask what they want government to be done for them. So they said, for now, they have a place, they need a place where they can have their peace, so that they will be, they could come from there and come and do their usual chores. And it's good they mentioned that, because some of us were afraid that if you mention that to them, it will look as if you wanted to take them from their birthplace. So as they mentioned this, I think what is left for me especially to do, and I will discuss this with the DCE, is that we do well to see government over this. The assembly will have to take the forefront. And NADMO, we acquire some few parcels of land temporarily, if you can get it between Anyangwi and Tunu area there, so that we resettle them there, and they will have the peace of mind to work. That is my thinking. And I think government too, as part of agency, because if you look at the mass of land which is being washed away daily by the sea, the waves of the sea, you realize that if care is not taken, virtually one day Anglonga will be no more. Communities in South Tonu, Havi and Co. will also be no more. As we are talking now, you realize that the free flow of the sea during its high tide, while it flows into the river Volta, and the rivers, while the river Volta also flows into it, if the sea level goes down, those things are no more coming. VRA, which is Volta River Authority, which used to dredge the lower portion of the river Volta, they are no more doing that. When they were invited, or they came to Keta Assembly some time ago, they said, they had problem with the machine, and they will start dredging before the end of this year. We are hoping that they will come and do that, because if it's done, what it implies is that the river will flow freely into the sea, forcing the tidal waves, or it will serve as a breaker waters. Okay. so it will not allow the waves to come and attack the land here. That's what we are praying for. If it's not done, then all what we are doing will come to naught. Now, if people want to travel from Anyangwi, that is from Aflau to through to Anyangwi, they want to cross over bank to Adan for their marketing and other things, you can no more access the place. Those are the challenges we are having. And you know, one thing is that this sea, there are some fishes, if they want to come and sponge or to lay their eggs, you realize that the estuary, the waters there seem to help them, or it creates the ambience for them to come and sponge. But now that the flow, the in and outflow are no more coming, it's affecting sponging of those fishes too. And sometimes those fishes come and they stray into this the lower side of the river and even into the Kata Lagoon. Then the fishermen also feel happy and they catch some and make good sales out. And that's where we are now, and we don't know what else to do. So we are appealing to VRA, that's Volta River Authority, to come and start the dredging, and government to come and start doing something about this sea defense, that is by the use of grain or whatever method, so that small the people will have their peace. As we are talking now, I hear Salakopper today too, they couldn't sleep because the ravaging of the sea was too much for them deep in the night. And here we are. So whoever is listening, me as an MP, I've done my bit, and I will continue to pressurize Ministry of Works and Housing, for that matter, government, to come and do something about this problem. It's good. I wrote to them, and they also replied. I told them to come and have a fact-finding mission to see how best they could advise government and the people who are living here, so we also have some peace to live here in comfort.
Thank you for speaking. Honorable, let's come to granting permit to various people to build their houses. You know, we know Keta has been a history of tidal wave all the time, but people continue to build close to the sea. What do you have for these people, and why did Assembly allow them to build on this close to the sea?
It's a good question. You know, the problem is that normally some of these people, they think that it's their own money. And sometimes, if somebody is trying to mold a block, it will not come. The person will not come to the assembly that are molding blocks for this purpose. But it's my own land. It's my own money. Those are some of the comments we pass. Yes. Now, if you do it, and then the problem like this comes, then you see them coming to why they have neglected. That's assembly. They will be apportioning blame to the assembly member, the unit committee members, that they are trying to sabotage them, not to put up building. Why have they reported them? They will attack the DC. That level, perhaps we, the MPs, we don't suffer so much to that extent. But we suffer when calamities of this type come to their life. And we have no option than to also come and sympathize with them. So, granting of the permit, the money involved is too small. It's nothing to write home about. But still, they will not like to come. For some of the houses, as you can see, if they had contacted the assemblies and they were advised, I don't think they would have built here for these things to happen to them. So I'm pleading that those of our friends who are here to build just at the throat of the sea, as you can see, I think it's time they stop this, because the end result may not favor them. You see the land mass left from the shore to the coast. You think it can be there for time, but one day you wake up and the lands or the mass of the land is no more. What can you do? So I want to plead that whenever you want to put up something, please check whether you have a future for that area. If not, don't believe 50-50 thing. because building nowadays is becoming too expensive. That's the advice I can give now. So let's all come on board and help ourselves to grow. That's what I can say.
Thank you for speaking to Everlove TV once again. And Honorable said we should not take this for granted and then trying to build in the throat of the sea. When you continue to build over close to the sea, definitely the sea will come over and take it. All those money you spend in doing all those things will be gone. And you come back to class 1 and start over. So the best way is to avoid all those things and then you'll be safe for all. Thank you for watching this Everlove TV. Subscribe and then like our page for more of this content. Thank you.